Alright, welcome into the channel. This is episode 1 of Geoguessr, and episode 1 for the channel, so I appreciate you stopping by to kick things off with us. Today, and for the time being, I want to focus on these geography games. I'm really into it at the moment, especially Geoguessr, and more specifically Battle Royale. But I also play Minecraft, League of Legends, 7 Days to Die, and things like that, so if that's more your thing, check by later, and maybe I'll be playing something like that too. And we're gonna try to jump into a game here. I think I wanna get back into this because I used to play a lot. I kind of fell off and I don't do so well anymore. But I think a win for the channel would be great, and that's the goal today. I want to pull off a win, and I want to do it with you guys. So let's jump right into the game and see where we get for our first round. Mission Africa. Don't know if that means we're in Africa, but let's look over here. Oh, get out of here. Come on. All right. DK, so this isn't Africa. This is Denmark. A bit tricky to start off, and I'm just going to go straight for Copenhagen because this is a big city. And where else but Copenhagen? Let's try there. 19 miles off, so maybe not Copenhagen, but I feel like everyone's going to know this is Denmark, so we may have to move our guess over to the other side, but I want to avoid that if I can, because we actually waste we can get to wasting quite a few guesses, and I don't want to get to that point. I want to save them for the last rounds when I really need them. But coming on through, it's going to get us there. It was the other side, pretty much as far as you can get. In Aalborg. And he got it, but we're close enough to move on. So that's what matters for us. Alright, round 2. I used to know these bollards, and I really wish I paid attention, but I've forgotten, and the language isn't going to help me that much either. Actually, it could. Let's go take a look at this billboard. SK is Slovakia. And I'm glad I took a look at that because I was going to be in Czechia, which is across the way. But let's try. Let's see. We're headed south. I don't think it's going to matter too much. It's a windy road south. You know what? Let's just go for up here, and we'll see. We take the lead by 160 miles, but it's quickly taken over by... Where the hell am I? And we were on the other side of Slovakia. Again, this guy gets the win. I think this is the same guy that won our Denmark round, so he's here to play today. He's probably going to be who we're going to be up against for our win, if I had to guess. Got some Cyrillic. Got some more Cyrillic. Let's see if we can see anything. Okay, this is going to be Mongolia then, and I'm assuming this is going to be right in the heart of the capital, which I forgot the name of. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But let's see if we can find anything that looks... Well, it's got to be this. And if that's the... So north is this way. We're on the east of this. So, well, we just got to be there. And, oh, goodness, this is going to be one of those rounds. And we've just got to be right there. I don't know if I'm going to find the name of the road, but that's just got to be it. I mean, I don't know what else to do. What a nice spot, though. This is a great little spot. I would love to go here one day. Yeah, 30 yards away. I got to say that's probably one of my closest guesses ever on the channel, and we do barely squeak out the win over our nemesis. So that's what's most important. Next up, though, we've got yellow plates, which means Netherlands or Britain. I think in this case we can say Netherlands, but let's look more into it and make sure. Well, maybe not, actually. I don't know. There's so many languages there. Let's pop one up here in the UK first, and see how far we are. 3.1 miles doesn't help me out a lot. Let's go down further and see how if we get closer. Yeah, okay. So looks to be a UK guess. Looks to be squarely in Britain, but glad I looked around a bit because those yellow plates can trick me. Yellow plates can get a bit tricky. I know they're in the Netherlands, and I tend to always just, I want to be a hero and say Netherlands every time I see them. We're going to pull out fourth place though. Okay, barely squeaked it out. It was actually up here in Luton or Luton. Apologize if I got that wrong. And we barely squeak out the, well, it wasn't, we can't say it's a victory, but we squeak out moving on. And that's what matters. Alright, now we've got our next round here, a bit further north than our last round, I think. Let's see what this says. That has got to be finish. That has got to be finish. And so many places in Finland. Let's start off south and see where it takes us. We have a 71-mile lead. Good start. I always know when it's finished because there's so many letters. There's so many different letters. Let's head up further north and see if we can get closer. And we better not be in danger here. Still 13 miles. It could actually just be further down south. I may have to just guess again. And, well, I don't know which way we're off in because I can't figure it out. But it looks like we make it through. As long as he doesn't get us on the last one. And 45 miles is barely going to do it. Crazy good players here. We get all three guesses and move on. But this guy's on fire. And it's going to be a bit tough to beat him. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. This one could get me here, actually. What do we have on the sign? Highfields. Toowoomba region. Okay, so immediately I'm thinking South Africa or Australia. South Africa because of the roads and Australia because of the sign. So let's just put one in South Africa first and see how close we get. We are 76 miles in the lead, but then he takes it by 6,000 miles, so it's got to be over in Australia. Put one here just to start us out. 1,400. It's going to be the other side. Toowoomba. I don't know where to put it, but we've got two more guesses in us. One more guess. 86 miles. Oh, goodness, this is it. And we don't get it. Toowoomba region, where are you? Toowoomba's further north. And we don't make it on. Just like that. A bit unfortunate, but we got time for one more. If we can pull out a victory in our next game, I'll still be happy. We got a top three. We got a top three behind us, but one more game to prove it that we can win. We got 8 of us. 8 of us playing. And I'm not going to lie, that was getting pretty intense, that last game. I was feeling the intensity. Okay. A little bit of a bus stop here. Informatio. Some more language. It's one of those that it's hard for me to discern. I'd like to think it's Romania or maybe Czechia. Actually, these trees look more northern. Let's put one in Czechia. Let's put one there and we'll see how we end up. We can always change it. 128.53. We lose the lead, but we're still squarely ahead of third and fourth. The billboards don't give us much more than we already knew. I don't think we're in danger of losing, but let's see how close we got. It was Hungary, and my first instinct would have gotten us there. I was thinking Romania or Hungary, but I changed it because of those trees. I thought the trees were more northern than this, but I guess you can find them all over the place. Alright, one of these rounds. This appears to be Botswana, just off the top of my head. A lot of places like this in Botswana, and I don't know if it's worth looking around more. I'm just going to go right in. Just somewhere. Doesn't matter too much. 21 miles ahead of second. And I can imagine if we're 21 miles ahead of him, who's our level 65 dude, we're probably going to be good enough with that guess. And good enough we are. Everyone falling behind. Quite a bit. And yeah. We do lose it by 209 miles. 209 miles would probably put us more... Well, honestly, I would say more up here, but we could also be down here. I am confident in my Botswana, though, so let's see how it worked out. Botswana it is. It was the other side, a bit further north. But we get 2 extra guesses because of our guess. And we're going to be moving on to round 3 of game 2. Round 3 is going to put us in one of these places, and I want to say these mountains look really familiar. It could be the Alps. Looks to be the Alps. So where are we? We're on the north. No, we're on the east of the Alps. Let's just go straight into Switzerland. And, you know, I don't know where exactly the Alps go. Let's just go on, like, this road here. See how close we get. We're actually 11 miles out, so we're going to move further east and see if we get any closer. 28 miles out. We're falling behind a little more. I can imagine this is going to be a pretty popular guess. Let's go down south more. Okay, so it is a bit further south, and we're 26 miles out of second, but 13 miles ahead of fourth. I think that guess is going to be good enough to get us through. And good enough it is because he's not going to have time to make a final guess before time runs out. And southern Switzerland it was. I didn't think the Alps ran that far south. I guess they do. Do they run into France? I didn't think they did either. You know, that shows how much I've fallen behind in this game. Okay. Next round there's a flag there, but I can't see it clearly, and to be honest, I'm not sure. Red, white, green, and that's not good that I don't know that flag. Red, white, green. And, well, we're in the city center of some country. Red, white, green. Red, white, green. Is that Romania? That's my first guess, but I don't... To be honest, I don't know. Bucharest. I mean, I'm just going to go for it. I'll know pretty quick if I'm wrong. Red, white, green is not Romania. Red, white, green is not Romania. Is it Hungary? Must be. Must be Hungary. Okay. Okay, my flag knowledge is not that bad. It's not that bad. And everyone seemed to think it was Budapest also. It was actually over here, which I wouldn't have ever thought, to be honest. That's pretty good. Pretty good tricky map there. All right, let's go straight into this one. And what do we see here? What do we see? Where's our sun? Sun's in the north, southern hemisphere. Nice and flat with a little bit of mountains on the outside of our view here. I'm going to say Argentina. Or it could be Peru or somewhere up here. Let's just put one here. And we take the lead by 5,000 miles. Now down to 707 with Cyprus behind by 700. This is a very familiar feeling view for me, though. I've seen this a lot. But now we lose the lead by 311, but we're still 232 above third. 232 above third is going to... Well, now we drop down to last, and we're going to have to move on. We're going to have to put one down here. Do I have time for 2? Do I have time for 2 guesses? Okay, I might have time for one more if I go up further north. Up into Peru. 135 miles. Now we jump to the lead, and we move on. 30 miles away for our final guess. Great guess there to move us on to round 6, I believe that is. Great guess to move us on. That was exactly what I needed. All right. Now we're going to go back to one of these European guesses. I want to look for language. Don't see any language. But I see a lot of familiar looking sites. There's the yellow plates. I saw the yellow plates. Mitchell's. This could just be England. I don't see any more yellow. There's more yellow. Yeah, so I think this is going to be another England, and I'm going to go up further north in England. Actually, up here towards Scotland. Let's go to Glasgow first, and then we'll move down if we need to. If we need to, I'll move down to Manchester. We do need to. 26 miles now, but we're 105 ahead of third. I'm going to have time for 2 more guesses, I think. Derby is our final guess, and we're going to take the lead with 8 miles to spare, and we get a 15-mile guess to move us into the final round with 6 guesses remaining. And it looks like we have a flag. That's good. Well, maybe good. My knowledge of flags isn't all there. Okay, not a country flag, no worries. And we got all this over here. I don't know what I'm looking at. Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia. Now, Indonesia is a big place, big city. Let's just get straight into it and go for Jakarta. I want to do the big city right off the bat, but then we'll move along. We have 5 more guesses to work with. 5 more chances to pull off a good guess and get us the win that we need. Let's put one there. I'm going to go for all the biggest cities I can find. Throw them down. And he's going to have to catch up. Put one there. Now I think I have 3 left. This is still Indonesia over here. So let's put one here. We're 1.5 miles ahead. Now which one of these did it? Was it Jakarta that did it? We lose by 1.2, but we have a couple more guesses to go. That's going to put us ahead by 138 yards. And he takes the lead in the last second. I don't have time to guess. What a disaster. 5.8 miles. And it was a bit further north of Jakarta. And just like that, we don't get our win. But I can take a third in a second. I guess that'll do. So no win this time, but I'm going to do this again pretty soon. And we're going to have to get it then. So I appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.